Chapter 5, don't rest, recover. Bailey, what do you mean? Let's break it down. If you made it to this chapter, congrats. You've already built the foundation of calm, control, and consistency. Now we're going to talk about one of the most misunderstood concepts in fitness, rest days. At Kinetic, we don't believe in rest days. We believe in recovery days. Because if you're training smart, you don't need to stop. You just need to adjust the intensity and move differently. If you have to take a full day off, it's usually a sign that you went too hard the day before. Sustainable training means you can show up every single day, and that's what this system is built for. We've all heard the phrase, no pain, no gain, but that mindset is what breaks most athletes down. Pain is feedback, not a badge of honor. Your goal isn't to destroy your body, it's to train sustainably and build your body, to teach your body to recover efficiently. When you ride or train hard, you're creating micro damage or micro tears in your muscles. The magic happens when your body repairs that damage, always stronger than it was before. But that repair process doesn't happen while you're sitting on the couch. It happens mostly when you sleep, but also when you move intentionally at lower intensities. That's where active recovery comes in. Rest means doing nothing. Recovery means doing the right things to help your body repair and perform again tomorrow. Active recovery increases circulation, flushes the waste from your muscles, and brings nutrients in to rebuild faster. Speaking of nutrients, we have an entire course on the functional fit fuel map where we break down athletic nutrition and simplify it. So for nutrition and supplementation advice, Allie's got an amazing course in that. We teach that separately. Go back to the classroom. It is going to be straight up above these courses. This also keeps your nervous system balanced. Remember back in chapter 1 when we talked about staying calm under pressure? This is that same concept. You're teaching your body to operate in a relaxed, controlled state, even if you're under fatigue. So instead of crashing on the couch, you recover by moving slowly, intentionally, and with purpose. Here's what recovery looks like at level 1. Short, simple, daily movement that helps your muscles stay pliable and your joints stay mobile. These moves aren't about stretching necessarily, although you will improve your mobility. They're about restoring function. So here's your daily mobility flow. It'll be attached below as well, just like the other workout walkthroughs. Starting with neck rolls. Rotate your neck in both directions, slowly and controlled, for 30 seconds in each direction. Try to work out the kinks. Feel where you're tight and just work those out. Slowly rolling your neck around in circles. Next, you're going to do some cat-cow spinal flows where you're rounding and arching your back down on the ground. Then we'll do some 90-90 hip rotations. And then some transitions from a forward fold to a half squat and back to really start accentuating your knees and your hips and your legs to try to get some mobility and movement through the joints and the bigger muscle groups. And then standing ankle rolls and toe flexes. You can pair this with your one foot balancing barefoot from the strength training and do all of this together at once. And you're also going to work in a little bit of pliability. Whether you have a foam roller or a massage ball, get something where you can roll out your quads and your hamstrings and your calves and your glutes. 30 seconds each. Invest in a foam roller. They're very cheap and will pay you dividends in terms of what they do to take care of your body and your muscles. So spend at least 30 seconds on each muscle group from your quads, your hamstrings, your calves, and your glutes. This is going to help break up any tight muscles and get the blood flowing again so that your muscles are loose and pliable and ready to move and ready to fire again. You're also going to use a massage ball of some sort. Lacrosse balls work great under your feet and on behind your shoulders. It's really easy to put up against the wall, but something like a lacrosse ball against the wall behind your shoulder, you can move that ball into all of the little cracks and crevices in your lats and in the bigger muscle groups that You want to help start to work out any knots or any tightness that is built up. Again, if we keep our muscles loose and fluid and flexible and pliable, they're able to adapt and grow stronger, and they're also ready to move and perform again. So finish all of that laying flat on your back on the floor with 10 deep, slow breaths. So there's all kinds of stuff out there for breath work. We're just going to focus on the concept of, a lot of people will tell you to count and do 4-4 box breathing, or do however many seconds in, however many seconds out. Screw counting. Base level breath work concept is slowly and fully try to inflate your lungs with as much air as possible. So breathe in until you physically cannot breathe in any farther, and then slowly and completely breathe all of the air out of your lungs and try to absolutely empty your lungs. Do that 10 times and you will feel a crazy difference, and that I can't really even describe, but try it. Easy to do these laying on your back so you can really get the full effect. Feel free to breathe into your diaphragm, into your belly, to really expand your lungs all the way. So slow, controlled, flush a ton of new, fresh oxygen into your body and flush all of the old used CO2 out of your body. Sometimes you have old air that can just sit in the bottom of your lungs that doesn't get cycled out. You want to refresh all of that as much as you can, and that'll rush fresh oxygen, fresh blood all over your body from your head all the way down to your toes. So you don't have to worry about the complexities of how much to count. Just practice full, deep breaths, truly deep breaths, where you fill every pocket, every ounce, every little nook and cranny of your lungs with air, and then breathe out, exhale every last drop of air back out. Think of it like an oil change for your lungs and your cardiopulmonary system. That's it. So just 10 minutes a day to reset your system. If something feels tight or sore, don't avoid it, address it. So if you've got sore shoulders, if you've got sore arms, if your core is tight, if your hips are tight, this is your time while you're doing this recovery routine every day. Take inventory of your body, figure out your aches and pains, and start to address those things, add in a little bit of stretching. The goal is not to force flexibility. Don't go stretching yourself, and especially don't stretch hard when you're cold. That's how you can actually tear your muscles by stretching too hard. So don't force anything, but start to work slowly into that mobility and allow your body to start restoring its movement abilities. Here's how recovery fits into your week. You guessed it. Do this every day, along with your strength minimum effective dose. You can pair them together and probably get them both done together in under 20 minutes, or similarly to the strength, you can break it up throughout the day. Just get it done. This is the minimum, the absolute minimum. Your new baseline, your prescription to prevent general athletic dysfunction. Get in the habit of working these two routines in every day. The strength work and the recovery flow are two parts of one system. It's less than 20 minutes total, and if we're being real, it's probably a fraction of the time you spend on Instagram every day. Cut out some time to take care of you. You can do the recovery flow right after your strength session as a cool down, or in the evening right before bed to cap off the day. As mentioned in the last chapter, the strength work can be broken up throughout the day if needed. So do what works for you. The key here is consistency. Find a routine that makes this easy, not a burden. This is what keeps you strong, mobile, and able to ride tomorrow. Don't rest, recover isn't about ignoring fatigue. It's about learning from it. Listen to your body. Don't baby it. Movement is medicine. So every recovery session is another chance to refine your awareness and improve your mobility and prepare for tomorrow. So here's your call to action. Do something intentional every day. Even if you didn't make it out to ride or go to the gym to work out, at least you got your minimum effective dose in, and that counts. This is how longevity is built. Not necessarily in the gym and definitely not on the couch, but in the consistency in between the two. Keep moving, keep recovering, and keep building your fitness and longevity one day at a time.